On today's journey to Celestial, we're going to play the Human Torch in Gold 2. This match began with some pretty straightforward combat, so what you're going to see here is just kind of dicing through the opposition, kind of putting together those circles that you're supposed to put down. I'd taken out some Moon Knights and whatever. We get towards the end of this first phase and then kind of a breeze, and so we're just kind of escorting the cargo throughout. What you can see here is at the end of the second phase of this offensive thing, I'm using my ult in order to kind of take down their front line and back line, kind of block up that passageway, and that knocked out quite a few people. That really helped us escort our way to the end of that second phase, and so now we're entering the third phase, and that's where we really breezed through, got to the end of that in a hurry, and so now we're up 3-0. We hit it with 3 minutes at the end, and so now we're on to the defensive part of this game, and this is where things got kind of tricky because they had someone switch to an Iron Man that I had to then duel with for the rest of this competition. So you can see I'm just trying to avoid the Iron Man, just try and do as much damage to their tanks and backline as possible. But this Iron Man ended up being kind of a problem along the line. So you can see here me trying to fight with them. It's going, not super well. I'm getting hit quite a lot. So I'm trying to like hide in the back in the little passageways and that kind of thing. Pull out my ult to block up this passageway yet again. That actually ended up getting me a couple more kills as well and really kind of blocking them up. But unfortunately, that didn't stop them. So what you're going to see next is that they ended up making it to the end of that phase. That Iron Man's still on me, but in these small passageways, he really has the advantage. In the third phase of this defensive phase, again, I'm just trying to avoid these flying characters in order to try and do as much damage to the tanks and supports as I possibly can. So you can see me dueling it out with them, but just really trying to focus on the ground as much as possible. We ended up being able to hold them off pretty well, and so you can see here, as overtime is running out, we ended up pulling out the win 3-2, and that got me plus 22 towards getting into Gold 1.